be going through the exercises in that AMRAP as many times as you can. So what AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible. So you're just going to keep flowing through the same 4 exercises until that 6 minutes is up. And then when that 6 minutes ends, we're going to do another one for 6 minutes and then a final one for 6 minutes. So we're going to do 3 different AMRAPs, 4 exercises per AMRAP, and we'll just go through that that way. And I will be pasting, like copy and pasting them into the chat as we go to do them. So you guys will be able to view the movements in case, again, you're, behind where I'm at or anything, you get confused, you'll be able to read that in the chat. Side note, I want to plant the seed in your guys' head now, but I want everyone that is here to let me know what their favorite exercise to do is, or your least favorite but you want to get better at. Let me know by the end of the class, or you can always just send me an email, DM me on Slack, but let me know and I can start incorporating those more in the classes. So planting that seed now, but I'll remind you guys after the class is done. So I do want to explain everything that we're going to be doing. So the first AMRAP, our 5 different movements are going to be squats. So we're just going to do regular squats, feet shoulder width apart, just doing our air squats. So we're going to do 5 squats, and it's a magic number today. Everything we're doing 5 reps of, okay? So 5 squats, and then we're going to get on the ground and do 5 push-ups. So hands up below the shoulders, coming down, pushing yourself back up. We want to make sure that our back is nice and flat, our core is engaged. If we are on our knees, we want a flat line from our knees to our shoulders, down, pushing back up. 5 push-ups, and then we're going to do 5 lunges. So we're going to do forward lunges. So we're going to alternate, stepping forward 5 on each side. If you feel so inclined, you can do walking lunges as well. So you can go forward like that. If you have enough room, I do not have much room, so that would take a lot back and forth, but 5 each leg. And then the last thing, we're going to do 5 burpees. So if you are not in a place to be jumping right now, you can place your hands on the ground, walk your hands out, and stand up. Or you can do marches, 5 marches on each leg. And when we are jumping for the burpees, we want to make sure we're landing nice and light. So that's going to be the first AMRAP. And then the second one is going to be really similar. And we're going to do 1.5 squats. So we're going to come down, halfway up, all the way back up. And then we're going to do plank to pike. So it's, similar to the other one. So plank to pike, so pushing up into a pike and back down to the plank. And then the third thing we're going to do are curtsy lunges. So we're going to be stepping behind in diagonal, make sure hips are forward, squat down, and alternating sides, 5 on each side. And then the last thing we're going to do, more burpees. So again, same thing, if you want to march instead of burpees, totally fine, or you can do the alternative. And then the final AMRAP, we're going to be doing squats again, but with a kick. So we're going to squat, then you're going to kick up, squat, kick up. So we're going to 5 kicks per side. Want to make sure you're keeping your core tight as we bring the legs up. We'd want to use less of the actual legs. We don't want to feel that in the hip flexor. We want to feel it in the core more than anything. And then we're going to do plank with the toe tap. So you're going to start in the plank position, tapping your opposite toe, alternating that way, 5 on each side. And then finally, we're doing more burpees, but this time we're doing a push-up. So if you're not jumping, you're going to step behind, push up, step up, and all the way up. So that's the full workout that we're going to be doing. And as a reminder, I will be pasting that into the chat. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. And let's go ahead and get warmed up for this wonderful workout. Oh, that didn't paste the way I wanted it to. Oh, well, okay. So it is pasted in the chat. And so for our warm-up today, we're going to start off with the world's greatest stretch. So we're going to start at the top of our space. And we are going to grab the right knee to chest. Feel that stretch in your hip. And we're going to go back into a reverse lunge. Place those hands on the inside of the left leg. And we're going to take our left arm. We're going to point it towards the ceiling, opening that chest up. Breathing nice and deep. We're going to place that hand on the outside of our left foot and push back up into a hamstring stretch. And now we're going to bring the right foot towards the left and stand back up. And now we're going to switch to the other side. So grabbing the left knee, taking the left knee to chest. And stepping back into reverse lunge, placing the hands on the inside of the right foot. Blending the right hand on the ground, and by right, I mean left. Right hand towards the ceiling. And opening up that chest. And now let's place that right hand on the outside of the right foot. Push back up into a hamstring stretch. And let's go ahead and bring the left foot towards right foot and stand back up. Great job, everyone. Okay, last part of the warm-up. We're going to take a half kneeling. We're going to do a hip flexor to hamstring, okay? So we're going to have my right leg is on the ground right now. I'm going to push my hips forward, squeeze my right glute, reach the arm overhead. And then we're going to rock back into a hamstring stretch. So we should feel that stretch on the outside of the left, or I'm sorry, on the back of the left leg. And we're going to switch back into the hip flexor, squeezing that glute, opening up the hips, and back into the hamstring. And now we're going to switch over to the other leg. So now my left leg is on the ground, right knee is up. Same thing, push those hips forward, keep your back nice and flat, squeeze in the left glute, reaching overhead with the left arm, and push back into hamstring stretch. All right, and one more back to the hip flexor, really reaching the arm up overhead, feeling that opening up your hips in the front. And back into the hamstring. All right. Go ahead and stretch out anything else you're going to need today or that you feel is tight. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, we're doing 6 minutes. We're doing those first 4 exercises: squats, push-ups, lunges, and burpees, okay? 5 reps. So 5 is our magic number, okay? I'm going to start the timer. When the timer goes off, that's when we're going to stop, and then we'll go to the next set, okay? So I'm going to start the timer. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, you guys, we're starting off with 5 squats. So we're just feet are shoulder width apart. Squeeze those glutes. Push the ground away from you. And when we do 5 squats, we're doing 5 push-ups. So you can either be from the knees or from the toes. So whatever you're doing, make sure that you're keeping your core nice and tight and you're pushing the ground away from you. Okay, after those, we're doing forward lunges. So we're doing 5 on each leg, 10 total. Want to push the ground away from you using heel, big toe, little toe. Want to make sure that we're hinging a little bit at the hips here. We don't want to be straight up on our chest. Slight bend here. When you're done with your 5 lunges, we're doing 5 burpees. Making sure we're landing nice and light on our feet here. Using the whole foot to push the ground away from us. We're just doing 5 here. And then when we're done with that, going right back into squats. Make sure, again, pushing the ground away from you. Heel, big toe, little toe. When you're done with your 5 squats, going into push-ups. Great job, everyone. Shoulders popping, geez, okay. And when we're done with push-ups, whoops, we're doing lunges. So we're going forward for these. You can also do walking lunges if you have more room than I do. 5 on each leg. Great job, everyone. When we're done with the lunges, back to those burpees. My favorite. So don't forget, you guys, let me know what your favorite exercise is. But don't tell me really what your least favorite is, because I guarantee you I'll put it in there if you don't like it. Okay. So when you're done with burpees, we're going to go ahead and do squats. I'm making sure those knees are tracking past the second toe. Squeezing those glutes. Going to push-ups. After we're done with squats, remember we're doing 5 of everything. We're doing it 6 minutes, okay? We're halfway there, just about. So we got about 3 more minutes to go. We're just rotating through all these exercises. Lunges come after push-ups. And then once we finish these, we're gonna go on to the second round of movements, which are very similar to what we're doing now. So when we're done with our 5 lunges, it's gonna be 5 burpees, or the modification if you are not in a place to jump right now, which is totally fine. You probably would like that better anyways. Make sure landing light on the feet. Don't be stomping everywhere. And when we're done with burpees, back to the top. Great job, everyone. Sometimes 5 doesn't feel like or sound like a lot, but sometimes after you've done it like 5 times, it gets kind of tiring. Make sure on those push-ups, keeping everything nice and flat. Pushing the ground away from you by squeezing your chest, hands directly below the shoulders. When we're done with push-ups, we are doing reverse lunges. And by reverse, I mean forward lunges, sorry. We're not doing those yet. Make sure, push the ground away from you. Heel big toe, little toe. Whole foot on the ground. Squeezing those glutes. You guys are doing awesome. Right after those lunges, we are doing the burpees. And once we've done our 5 burpees, we're starting at the top. So we want to try, you guys, try and aim to get 1 more round of this AMRAP in. We got a minute left. And then I'll give you guys a few seconds to regroup. We'll get on with the next one. So we got squats, 5 push-ups, 5 lunges, and 5 burpees. We're almost there, you guys. Keep pushing through to the end. Try and get all of these exercises in one last time before we move on. You guys are doing great. A little under 30 seconds. Burpees come after those lunges. All right, you guys, finishing strong. We got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, you guys. Oops. Cancel. Okay. Whew. Okay. Way to go, everyone. Get a sip of water. And just to remind you, so we do have, it is pasted in the chat, but we're doing 5 1.5 squats. So all the way down halfway, all the way down, all the way back up. Plank to pike. So we're starting in a plank position, going into that downward dog position. So you're pushing yourself up into a pike. And then we're doing curtsy lunges. So stepping diagonal, keeping those hips pointed forward. And then we got 5 more burpees. So if you're not in a place to jump, you can just walk your legs back, or you can be marching, whatever's most comfortable for you and whatever you have available to you today. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Timer is going in 3, 2, 1, and go. We got 6 minutes. So we're doing squats again, you guys. We're going all the way down, halfway up, all the way up. We're doing 5 of those. Make sure, again, we want that same good squat form that we had before. Squeezing those glutes. Push the ground away from you. And then we're doing plank to pike. So we're starting off nice and flat, core tucked. Push yourself up into that pike or that down dog position, whichever helps you remember. I know some people call it down dog instead of pike. Doing 5 of those. And then we're going to do 5 curtsy lunges. So we're stepping diagonal and back, squeezing those glutes, keeping that core nice and engaged here. 5 on each side. Push the ground away from you, using that whole foot. Same with the squats there. And then after curtsy lunges, we got burpees. So magic number, you guys, is still 5. We're still doing 5 reps of everything. Still just doing burpees, marches, or walking your feet down. Make sure you're landing nice and soft on your feet here. And once we finish with burpees, we're right back at the top of those squats. So heel big toe, little toe, push the ground away from you. Squeezing those glutes. Keep your core tight because you want your back to be nice and flat here. Great job, everyone. And if you are behind again, remember, if you look in that chat, the exercises are all in there. We're doing 5 plank to pike after those squats. Keep that core nice and tight. Push the ground away from you. Move your hands directly below those shoulders to protect our shoulder joints. When we've done our plank to pike, we're gonna go ahead and do those 5 curtsy lunges on each side. Great job, you guys. Keep up the good work here. Keep pushing. Want those hips to be pointed forward and those curtsy lunges. Pretend like you got headlights, oh my gosh, on your hips, blinding the camera. And once we've done our 5 curtsy lunges, we're doing, again, 5 more burpees. And then we're starting back at the top with our 5 and not 5.5 squats, we're doing 5 1.5 squats. Pushing the ground away from you. Knees dragging past the second toe. When we've done our 5 squats, we are getting back on the ground for plank to pike. Keeping that core nice and tight in those plank to pikes, you guys. It helps if you exhale as you push yourself up. Keep that core nice and tight to prevent your back from dipping back and forth. All right, after plank to pike, we got curtsy lunges. Keeping those headlights facing forward. 5 on each side. We want the whole foot on the ground, heel big toe, little toe. Pushing up, we should feel these in our glutes here. We're doing awesome. And after our curtsy lunges, burpees. You can, again, do marches or walk your legs out, whatever's more comfortable for you today. Just doing 5 of everything. All right, we got a little over a minute left, so let's try and get through one more round of these exercises, you guys. Really try and push yourselves here. We want to go quick, but want to make sure that we still have good form here. Pushing the ground away from you as we squat down. All right, we got squats, and then we got plank to pike. Keep that core nice and tight. Push the ground away from you. Okay. We got about 30 more seconds, you guys. Let's try and do all these curtsy lunges and the burpees. Try and finish up the round you're on before the timer runs out. Got 20 seconds. Push hard to the end, everyone. After curtsy lunges, we got burpees. We got 10 seconds, everyone. Try and finish strong. Landing nice and light on your feet. Oh, and we're out of time. Whew, another great round. All right, we got one more to go. For the sake of time, you guys, we're gonna make this one 4 minutes, okay? So we have time at the end to cool down, okay? So, just grab a sip of my giant water bottle. We're doing 4 minutes now of this last one. We got squat to kick. We got plank with an opposite toe tap. So just like plank to pike, we're tapping the opposite toe. 5 reverse lunges on each side. Same with toe taps each side. And then we're gonna do 5 burpees with a push-up. So we're doing full out burpees. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer. We're gonna get going in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we got 5 squat to kicks here. So squat down, kick up. Use that core, keep the core nice and tight. We're doing each side, you guys. So we're gonna do 10 squats and 5 kicks on each leg. That core tight. Push the ground away from you. And after our squats kick, we're doing our plank, opposite toe tap. So tapping each toe, opposite hand. Want to make sure that we are replacing our hand where we found it directly below the shoulder. Same thing as a plank to pike. It helps if you exhale as you go to tap your toe to make sure that your core is engaged. And then once we're done there, we got 5 reverse lunges. So stepping back, we're alternating here. We want to keep that weight over our front foot. So it's going to feel a little bit different than those forward lunges. You might feel these ones a little bit more in the glutes, whereas the first ones, the forward lunges, a little bit more of a quad focus. All right, when we are done with those, we got push-ups added to our burpees this time. So we're gonna, if you're walking your feet out, you are gonna push up once both your feet are on the ground. And by on the ground, I mean behind you. Great job, you guys. 5 of everything. So when we're done with our burpees, we're doing squats with a kick. So for squat, kick, we're a little over halfway done with this one, you guys. Oops, want to make sure we're keeping the balance, keeping that core nice and tight. We're doing 10 squats, 5 kicks each leg. And then when we're done with that, back to the ground for opposite toe touches here. Keep that core nice and tight. Exhale on the way up. Put those hands back where you found them, directly below the shoulders. And then we're going into reverse lunges. We got 1 minute left, everyone. Want to try and finish the round that you were on here with these reverse lunges, making sure we got the heel, big toe, little toe, pushing the ground away from us here. 5 on each leg. And then we got our 5 burpees with a push-up. So these are a little bit harder than not doing a push-up. We got 30 seconds left. So try and finish the round that you're on before the timer runs out. We're just doing 5. Great job, you guys. Three, 2, 1, and you guys are done with the workout. Whew, I'm out of breath. That was awesome. Great job, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a second, grab some water, take some deep breaths, walk it out. There's a lot of leg things today. And we're gonna make our way to the ground for our cool down. So we're gonna start off laying on our side here. So I'm actually gonna move my computer down so you guys can see me a little bit better. So we're laying on our side, and we're gonna take our top leg and we're gonna put it in front of us. So I'm on my left side right now, so my right leg is on top. I'm gonna put it out in front of me. So I'm gonna have a 90-degree angle in my knee here, and I'm gonna take my back leg and I'm gonna grab my ankle with my top hand. So this, and I'm gonna take my bottom hand and I'm gonna put it on my knee, and I'm gonna try and lay flat on my back. If that is not available to you, you can go ahead and just lay here with your left leg and the left ankle in your hand. This is gonna help open up the chest and the back and stretch out our quads a little bit. I know that was a lot of leg work today, you guys. You guys did awesome. So we're gonna lay here for a second. Nice, big, deep breaths. So your breaths might be limited here because of the way our body is twisted. So when we are in this position, we want to inhale into the chest, really open our chest up. And we want nice, slow exhales. All right, one more big inhale, you guys. And one long exhale. We're slowly going to let go of our bottom leg. And we are going to flip over onto the other side and do the same thing. So I'm just gonna rotate here for you guys. So I'm gonna be on my right side now. My right leg is gonna go in front of me at a 90-degree angle on the ground. I'm gonna grab my right leg with my left hand. So my right ankle is in my left hand, pulling it like a quad stretch. And I'm gonna try and lay my left shoulder onto the ground. So we wanna try and get our upper back all the way across the ground. If that's not available to you, don't worry. Just do what you can today, but we should be feeling this in our quads. And same thing, breathing into the chest. Really want to open everything up while stretching out our lower body here. Nice, slow exhales. We exhale longer than we inhale. It will help calm us down, get us ready to be relaxed to go eat after this, because I know I'm hungry. All right, one big inhale, everyone. One last big exhale. And we're gonna let go of that bottom leg. And one last quick thing, we're just going to drop into a child's pose here. So we're gonna flip over to our hands and our knees. We're gonna do 3 breaths here, you guys. So we're gonna inhale nice and deep into our belly. And exhale nice and slow through the mouth. Really letting our bodies calm down in this position here. And one final deep breath, you guys. One big inhale. One long, slow exhale. You can go ahead and come up, slowly getting back up. And that will be all for exercise exos today. Thank you all so much for coming. I always love to see you guys working hard. That was a tough workout. You guys killed it. And we do have another stretch break later today at 2:30 with Luis. And we do also today have a focus group at 3:30. So if you have any barriers to exercise that you're going through, or you have suggestions for us, please join that focus group with us. We'd love to hear from you, and let me know what your favorite exercise is. So you can either drop it in the chat right now, you can send me an email, a DM, whatever you want, and just let me know what you like to do, and we'll start incorporating that in the workout. So thank you all so much for coming, and have a wonderful rest of your day.